Are you manifesting things that you don't want to manifest without realizing it? I'm going to teach you a little bit about what my spirit team has been teaching me about manifestation and how we might be creating a reality around us that we actually don't want by how we're manifesting. Stay tuned. Welcome to the Soul Alignment Mentor Podcast. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm inviting you to explore the depths of self-sabotage, limiting mindsets, and the beliefs that hinder our progress in life. Through intuitive messages I receive from my spirit team, I share profound insights to help you live authentically and break free from these limitations. Join me now as we uncover all the keys to living your best life. Welcome back. My name's Angie, and I am your Soul Alignment Mentor, bringing you intuitive messages from my spirit team to help you align with your most authentic and highest self. So, many of us know about manifestation. If we've been around the spiritual community for very long, we know that we're capable of creating and manifesting things based on the energy and the beliefs that we put out into the world. But what if you're manifesting things that you don't want to manifest and you don't even realize you're doing it? And I'm going to give you some situation scenarios about that maybe you haven't considered or thought about. One of those things might be in connections with other people. Maybe there's somebody in your life that you're struggling with, and this could be a friend or a partner or significant person, maybe even somebody at your job or a boss or something. And they have a behavior or a pattern or something that they are doing in their life that is causing you to feel upset or to not feel seen or heard, or maybe you're not having reciprocation or things like that coming in this connection. And what our tendency is to do is to focus on that thing that we don't like and hope and plead and desire and send out all this energy focused on that one thing that we want to change. And maybe even blaming that other person for this thing not happening. It's your fault that we're struggling with this energy. It's your fault that you're not reciprocating. It's your fault that you're, having this kind of influence and behavior on this connection. And when you continue to focus on that energy of what you actually don't like, without realizing it, you're actually manifesting more of it. You're creating the energy because you're matching the energy. And so when you match the energy, it continues to amplify, and that conflict can continue to grow and grow and grow. And as I'm speaking about this, I'm being given an example by my own spirit team about how this can shift and change when you retract your energy from these things and you just let them be what they are. For example, if there's somebody that you have continually been in conflict with or you've been trying to fix things with and it just doesn't seem to be working out, my spirit team is saying retract your energy from that. Pull your energy completely back from that and just let it be what it is without trying to force it to change, without trying to make it look different. That is the first step that you can take in creating a new energetic connection with this other person or the situation that you're in, is first just completely removing your energy from it. Once your energy is removed from it, you can separate your mindset and your belief from that connection, that frequency in which has been stirred up. And you can get back in touch with your own energy and your own belief system and your own frequency. And then recreate this new manifestation within you and a new belief about the situation. I'm thinking back to a conflict that I had several years ago with a friend of mine in my life. And it seemed like things just were not getting better. And what ended up happening was we just parted ways. We ended up going two different ways in life. And over time, of course, I missed this person. I didn't know that they were also missing me. But because we were able to separate from that conflict and let it clear out, kind of like letting the fog clear out or the dust that had been stirred up cleared out, it allowed a new frequency and energy to come in between us. But in the meantime, why that separation was happening I was able to work on my own energy. I was able to grow. I was able to heal. I was able to see myself differently. So when I come back into this connection again, I can go about it in a different way, and I don't match that frequency any longer. I don't engage in those same behaviors and beliefs that were stirred up prior. And that allows there to be more safety in that connection. Now, the other person has not shifted or changed much in the years that we were not talking, but I have. And now I'm aware of when have a tendency to match that energy and when I'm able to stay in my higher frequency. And when I start to notice I'm matching an energy that I don't like, I retract it. Pull back my energy and think, okay, I'm not going to match this. I'm going to come above this energy. I'm going to take my frequency up one more notch, and I'm going to bring love back into this. I'm going to bring the energy and belief that I want to see manifested into this reality in this situation instead of matching what we don't want to see. And this is really difficult to do when you're in the middle of it. When you take a time to step back and be still and meditate and get in your own energy, you can see things differently. When you're in the middle of it, you can't. That is why there's that saying that you will often hear of, like, you can't heal in the same environment that you were wounded. It's because you're so consumed with that energy and that frequency of the wound that in order to see the wound clearly, to know how to heal it and how to bandage it, you have to step back from it and see it differently. It's the same thing for us as we look in the mirror every single day. We see the same person every day and we see all the flaws we don't like and all the things that we want to see changed. But if we were to take a new perspective and actually look in the mirror and actually choose to see the positive things and start to focus on those things more, those things will begin to manifest more than the things that we focus on that are negative, that we don't like. So, as you can see, most of us spend a lot of time trying to fix something by focusing on what we don't like instead of on what we do like. So, a simple shift in your mindset where you start to look for things that you like, to look for the positive and focusing your energy on that will help shift the energy. Now, the hard thing about this is we still live in a very dense, energetic world. We're human and we live on earth. And so things take time to manifest and change. So, we have to allow ourselves time to see this shift in this frequency before it actually starts to show up in the reality. And that's why this is where it gets a little hard when we're waiting for something to manifest and change, because in that time that we're shifting from one frequency to another frequency, we have to continue to focus on the new frequency that we want without being pulled back into the old frequency that feels very familiar, because we've been there. We're used to that. We're the conflict or the barriers that have continued to come up in our life, they feel natural to us. Even though we don't like them, it feels natural. So it's easier to go back and be like, oh, see, this always happens, or I knew that was going to happen. That is what always happens when I try this. Yes, it is, because that is the energy in which you are currently vibrating at and you resonate with. And so it is going to happen again. So shifting in your frequency and vibration takes a little bit of time and effort over a period of time where you are able to start to see your frequency, see your mindset, shift that mindset, and then slowly you get to see things starting to shift in the world around you and create a new reality based on the new frequency that you're vibrating at. But you have to give yourself grace and time to be able to do that when you're so used to being at one frequency and you're trying to shift into a different one. And what I try to tell my clients all the time is you can't expect yourself to go from depression to bliss within moments. It's the same thing as like when you're trying to go on a diet. You can't expect yourself to lose 15 pounds in the next day and then just be completely at a different place. all this takes time. And that time is all about self realization, your mindset, and understanding the frequency and energy that you're currently vibrating at, and the reality of which you are focused on and manifesting in the belief system that you have. So, next time that you start noticing something in your life that you're not super pleased with or you don't want to actually see happening, look for something different that you can focus on. Looking at the positive part of it. Look, if you have a boss that you're having a hard time getting along with, what's the last thing they did that you enjoyed? And focused on that. Let them know that you appreciated that. Start putting that positive energy into that, whether that's a partner or a friend or a circumstance or even yourself in your mirror. Like, you know what? You did a really good job today at, choosing yourself. You set really good boundaries today, and tomorrow you're going to do it again. And it's going to get easier and easier and easier the more you do it. And that is how you slowly shift your belief system and mindset and frequency. Now, I say slowly, and even though it might feel slow, I guarantee that when you finally reach a point where you have shifted in your mindset and frequency, you're going to look back and think, wow, I didn't even realize it was happening, why it was happening. And it will seem quicker than it does in the middle of it. So hang in there while you're doing this process. Pay attention to what you're focusing on. And maybe this will help shift a couple things in your life as we're moving into New Earth energy and wanting to create and manifest more love and bliss around us. So until we meet again, I wish you the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.